Hi guys, you know what is bizarre? Take a look at this. 8 and 3 is 11 and 22 and it is 11, 29. So it is 11 and 11. And this is exactly what I really want to talk about. I want to talk about the full moon in Aquarius that is happening today. So here it is. That moon is at 11 in Aquarius and the sun is at 11 in Aquarius. Here we have another one almost making it 11. Here we have, you know, um, the trine that is really, really happening. So let me just start with this, right? So it's another month, it's another full moon, but this August 3rd full moon, which is going to be, I believe, 4:58. It's not exactly accurate time, but it's good enough, it's close enough. Um, it is 4:58 UK time, and it is like 9:58 Eastern Standard Time. So this is called Strajan Moon, if I'm pronouncing this well, and is going to bring some really intense energy. Just think about it. It is in Aquarius. Aquarius is an 11th sign. Aquarius is all about the freedoms. So what is a full moon? Just think about breathing. You take the breath in, and you get to the point you cannot squeeze in even tiny little bit. I can talk to you, you can hear my asthma. That's why my monthlies are still not out yet, but they're coming. All you want is to exhale. That's what happens when it's the full moon. It's like whew, everything in sight is going to feel it. And where is the sun? And sun is in the Leo, and Leo rules the sun. It cannot get any better, right? So Aquarius is very, very altruistic, and so it is 11. 11 is healing. 11 is change. 11 is I'm implementing big choices right now. You might not want to hear it, but it's going to happen whether you like it or not, kind of a thing, right? So this full moon Aquarius is all about justice. Remember which card in tarot is 11? It is Librans justice, right? But in this particular case, the balance of 11:11 we can see right here. So this moon is going to seek this justice, is going to embrace this change because that Aquarius is the humanitarian sign, and when it's like fully expanded, like right by this glow of the moon, we are all going to kind of like seek kind of like some, I guess, ventures that are going to be more in sync with modern rhythms of society, right? And we want to kind of like get rid of the conservative past conservative beliefs, right? So what is Uranus? So Uranus, right? Like that's what we see it here, is seeking social change and justice, and it is modern ruler of Aquarius. So this is so-called luminary Uranus, like which is like now as you can see in Taurus, right? Is kind of like look at that. It's kind of like a squaring. Where is the Uranus? Can you see the squares, right? It's squaring that Aquarius moon, as you can see it over here, right? So this means it will be important to take action around transforming our views and scope of information. Like whenever I think of Taurus, I'm thinking the Chicago Bull, like the massive freaking piece, like nothing is moving it, right? I want what I want when I want it, and I'm not really in any rush being a nerd sign, like slow and steady kind of wins the race. But Aquarius comes in with a freaking tornado, messes everything up, and you say, you know what, you don't have a choice anymore, right? So we need to open ourselves to learning new things and new causes to believe in, because now is the time to fully commit, to get out and protest for what you believe in. It really is. So now you're going to guys feel how it feels being born under Aquarius and having that feeling all life. So power also another thing that I have noticed, which kind of like a little bit freaked me out, is look at that. Look at the square. Square is between Mars and Pluto. You know which card is that? The Tower. That means shake up. That means freaking war. So that's going to be interesting, right? But like, I mean, it's also kind of like creating this sextile over here as well. So this is going to inject us with the energy, so we need to keep on fighting, right? So it is in Aries, so this is like also like a little pea in the pod. It's kind of like perfect thing. So Mars is the ultimate warrior, kind of like positioning staple that when channeled appropriately, it's helping us kind of like get expressed properly without really punching someone in the face and not accomplish anything, right? So this is kind of like strategy behind that, right? So if you really want to get married, this warlike atmosphere is basically telling me that wedding season 2020 is kind of like doomed, right? So where we have activism, where we have this marathon, not a sprint, and when we collectively go through kind of like full steam ahead for kind of like righteous causes, like I mean, we are doing that since June, and like I mean, there is like some kind of form of collective healing that will take place during this full moon, and this is like basically thankfully to the sextile with Chiron, right? So there is still a lot more to be done from what we can see. But look at this moon. What kind of like positioning has square? We have a square over here, right? This is actually one of the most powerful full moons of this year. And because it's kind of like Uranus and Aquarius, it can be very random. You will not know what to expect. And, you know, during this kind of like celestial happening, it's going to be very, very important to keep calm and to approach things in an intelligent and grounded manner, right? So if you thrive on change, if you like upheaval, oh, you're going to love it then, right? But this is really not all. You see, this moon will play out in the US, Canada, and the world in terms of sudden and unexpected, maybe even explosive events. So it's going to be concerned with finances. We are going to be dealing with unstable political situations. And it's going to be some kind of like news concerning women. I have also compared the US President Donald Trump's chart, and this full moon shows revelations or situations that will become revealed. It's also possible that a health problem can surface right away or in a very near future, and it's kind of like setting everything off. You know, his current transit of Uranus square natal Pluto. So Pluto also deals with power struggles, with bullying tactics, with also sex and money. So what's her name? Epstein's girlfriend, and Epstein kind of a situation also comes to mind. It's going to be really, really intense. So there are also ways we can use this full moon for good. So kind of like in psychic terms, we call it live the light, right? So it is kind of powerful time for manifesting goals if you know how to harness the energy. So this is not like half in, half out. This is all the way in or all the way out. But if you're out, you're going to be left out as well. So it's almost like, as I said, you have no choice, right? So to make the most out of this like full moon, I would say turn off your devices, step away from the chaos, and kind of like relax, unwind, and take a breather. So once when you've done that, it is time to calm your mind. And there is the meditation that I have created for full moon specifically that can help you do that. So just wait for the end of this video, and this is where you can pick it, and no advertising on it. You can just go right through it. So find a quiet space where you can be alone. So breathe gently through the nose and exhale throughout the mouth. So if when you inhale, you need to affirm that peace and serenity are entering your body. Like peace, serenity. But as you exhale, affirm that fear, worry, and any self-defeating thoughts are leaving your body. So you can inhale that yellow positive energy and exhale that, you know, that war, red and black colors out, right? So that process will allow you to invite tranquility and stillness into your life. And finally, guys, it's 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. It is time to dream. It is time to identify this is how I want and where I want it. Once your mind is clear, you can focus, this is what I truly want, right? So if you already had this goal identified and now you want to kind of like go toward that, right? If there is a relationship that you want to have or improve, or if there is like, I mean, a skill you want to learn, so take a pen and paper and write it all down. Then you need to ask yourself, what is one thing I can do now to make this dream a reality? Again, what is one thing, one, that I can do right now to make this dream a reality? And there it is. You put that snowball in action to create an avalanche, right? So once when you get this answer to that one thing, commit to doing so, and you need to commit to doing so within the next 2 or 3 days, because we are still under the influence of this, like, I mean, unbelievable full moon, the strongest full moon of 2020, right? And just continue following whatever you started, right? So full moon energy is also probably felt prior to today, and maybe you kind of like felt that either you had psychic dreams, or you had disturbances with sleep, or strange people showed up, or you were getting messages, or you turned on television, you watched something different. These were all signs, right? So take advantage of it, clear your mind, quiet your emotions, and focus on your long-term goals, and stay around, because right now I'm going to set the on a screen that you can take this meditation and you can help yourself doing that. So guys, monthlies are coming really soon, really soon, in the next few days. It all depends on how much I can breathe, because I have issues breathing and talking, but as soon as I'm able to, I'll do that. Love you. Enjoy this.